Welcome to Classroom Access. Today's session is all about data folders. So students, when you add them here, are automatically created a folder. It will be empty until you add pages to them. You may need different pages for different students. We know that students are not robots and all grow and learn at a different pace and in different ways, so you can tailor these to fit individual student needs. So open one and it's empty until I add a page to it. Folder colors. On my campus, we have a color coding system according to tier levels, and so I like to change my folder colors to help me easily and quickly identify and distinguish between Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 kids. For us, Tier 1 is yellow, Tier 2, maybe for the struggling student, is blue, and Tier 3 is for your pull-out kids, like for dyslexia or resource or something like that. So this helps me when I have 23 students to quickly identify these folders according to tier, simply because my Tier 3 kids usually have a longer paper trail than the Tier 1 kids, so it makes it easier for me to sort through them. Here's how you edit the folder colors. Over here, you can just scroll through them. You can change between students up here as well, and then save it when you're ready to save it. Pages. I've added one for you already. You can add whatever pages that you want and then sort them into folders up here. We'll talk about that in a minute. Teachers, if you've used this before, you can copy your pages into another class for a new year, and it will keep them grouped exactly the same way you have it now. So it will look the same. If you need to make any changes the next year, you can, but if not, this will save you a lot of time. You just copy all pages to another class. It's super easy. Okay, so we'll skip this page folder section at the top for right now. We'll come back to it. So down here, we're going to add a page, and let's add a canvas. I've already added one for us. It needs to be a PDF file, but you put the title here and then choose your file and save. So I added a DRA reading level, and now what we need to do is add it into the folder so that we can actually see it when we open a folder. So to edit that, we do edit assigned students, and we're going to add it to all of their folders. So I'm going to do select all, select, and now their folders should have a page inside when we open it. There it is. Real quickly on the pages, if you need to edit this page, you go back in this way to actually edit the document that you will be putting into the folders. You can share this page with your team or someone else maybe on your campus that wants it in their folder as well. You just copy the link and email it to them, and then when they click it, it will automatically show up like this on their site. And then if you accidentally upload something or you don't need it anymore, you can remove it or delete it here. So that's what that options menu is for. And every time you upload a page as a canvas, that'll show up as a little thumbnail picture this way. If you want to rearrange the order of how they show up in the folder, it's draggable here and you can move them, rearrange them that way. When you share this page here. My favorite way to do this is from my phone because it's really fast, and then you can just send it as a text message, and when they click on it from their phone, it will do it as well. And to me, it's a little faster and easier, so that's my favorite way to do it. Okay, to make sure that you have successfully added this to these folders, go back and look. We've already done that, but you can go back and look and make sure that it's in there. Okay, so when you go into a folder and one of your Canvas pages opens up that you want to work on, you have these options up here on the page. If it's kind of small and you need to zoom in, you click the eye and you can zoom in and make it as big as you need to. This is helpful on an iPad or a phone, especially if you're highlighting and things with your finger. To highlight something, your cursor will show up this way. Once you click the little pin, you can change the size here and colors here. So let's say that Captain America came to me at a level 6 DRA. I can highlight that here. If you ever want to delete something, go back to your compass arrows, select it, click the X. It'll show up red if you have something highlighted so that you know you can delete it if you need to. So let's say he came to us at a level 6. You can kind of clean this up. I'm just doing it fast for our purposes. And let's say that he was a level 6 in August. So I'm going to add a text box. It will show up over here. And let's say that this happened at the end of August. Update. You can make it any size. You can drag it around, whatever you need to do. Okay, so now we push save. And I can keep coming back to this page anytime and adding to it. So by the end of the school year, you'll be able to really see where Captain America started at his reading level and where he ended, which is really awesome to be able to track growth. That's the whole purpose of these Canvas pages that you're adding. So that's how you edit them. Okay, you can also add a checklist. My campus, my grade level, we love to use these for sight words. So for 6 weeks, we'll say that our words are is, can, the, and this here is called the checkbox color picker. For the first 6 weeks, let's say that our color is blue and that these words that they need to know, when we check them off that they know them, it'll show up blue, that they knew those the first 6 weeks. So maybe they don't. Maybe they don't know that this word is can. Let me show you an example. Maybe Captain America, we edit assign students. Maybe Captain America does not know can, so I'm going to leave it blank. Maybe on the second 6 weeks, your color is red for the second 6 weeks sight words, but he knows, now he knows can. Well, he got it the second 6 weeks, so you can check it, go back and check it, and it shows up as when they actually knew the word. So you can kind of keep up with their growth that way as well. Since we're in Captain America's folder, let's go ahead and talk about these boxes up here. With these are not checked, it's only viewable to you, the pages. This comes in handy when you have files that you want to keep attached to the student, but that you don't want anyone else to see. So I like to keep a running log of running records and different tutoring pages and things like that in these files because I like everything in one spot, and I will not click these because I want them only viewable to me. If you click parent, the parent that is attached to this student will be able to see this page. Same thing for administrator. If you have this box checked, whoever the administrators are on your campus that have this will be able to look on your screen and see the growth of these students as well. This is great for sight words and different things that would show up on a report card or are good intervention pieces. I would click parent and administrator for those. Remember that if you don't click those, they won't be able to see it. So if you let parents know, hey, check your child's data folder, it's ready, and you haven't clicked parent, they're going to email you and say, I don't see anything. So make sure that that's clicked if you want them to be able to see it. Okay, back into the pages. Okay, these can come a little bit cluttered down here after you add a whole bunch of pages. So I like to add folders up here and move these into them to make it a little more organized. So for example, I can add a folder up here, and I'm going to call this one Sight Words. So for each 6 weeks, there'll be 6 of them, I would move all of my Sight Words into the Sight Words folder. So now when I open this portfolio, the only thing that's there is what's in the portfolio, and now my Sight Words have been moved into here. It doesn't matter wherever you add the page. If you add one in the portfolio and you actually wanted it in Sight Words, you can just drag it in there. It's not a big deal. You don't have to go back and delete the page and add it in the Sight Words folder while it's open. You can just drag them between screens. So let's add one more checklist. We'll do for the second 6 weeks. And we'll make this one red. We'll say it has, have, said. And you can add as many rows as you need. I'm just doing 3 to save time here. Okay, so this one, I added it in the portfolio section, and I could just drag it into the Sight Words one. Now, this shows Sight Words as the first folder and then the portfolio. So if I open up my data folders, that's the order it's going to show up in. It's going to show us Sight Words first and then the portfolio. So whatever order you want them to show up in that the parents will see and the administrators will see is the order that they need to be in over here. So if I want my portfolio to be first, because I want them to see that DRA thing as the first thing that pops up, I would move portfolio into that first section and Sight Words second. So now whenever I open my data folders, it should show up as the portfolio first and then the Sight Words. So however you want to organize it, whatever works best for you, can do it that way. And the last thing is signatures. This is an example of one that I already created. You can log when your parents and track when they've actually checked the folder. So if there's a set time that you want them to actually check it, you can request signatures. I prefer to do this at the end of each 6 weeks, kind of on the same report card schedule, so that they get a better understanding of what their child does and doesn't know. A lot of times the report cards are kind of vague, or they don't understand the language it's written in because it's too academic in nature. And so I like to send these out simultaneous as the report cards. So request signatures, you can say, this 6 weeks your child has worked very hard in skip counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s, or maybe something like, this 6 weeks we've worked very hard in reading levels, or something like that. And then you can give them something maybe that's coming up on the next 6 weeks that they need to be working towards, like money's coming up in our curriculum. Just make sure your child is able to skip count by 5s and 10s, or something like that. Whatever you want to put, and then you push save, and it will show up here with the student's name. The parent name will show up after they have signed up for Classroom Access, so you can see if they have 2 parents that have signed up, like mom and dad, then Captain America would be listed here twice with both parents, so you can see which parents have checked it. When they check the little box, it will put a check mark here that they have seen it, and it will timestamp it and date it as well when they checked it. So maybe the parents are divorced, or maybe one is overseas for military or something like that. You can see who has actually seen it. If they haven't checked it and it's been a few days or a week and you really need them to, you can send out a memo saying, hey, data folders are ready to be viewed. Make sure you check the box in the corner so that I know you were able to see the pages. Okay, that is it for data folders. If you have any questions, you can email support@classroomaccess.com.